Tauruses, welcome to your love reading for March 2019. This is a general reading. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. My rates, my info, email are below. Just send me an email and we can work that out. Other things to mention, my 2019 Sun Moon readings. Let's sidebar that. Sun Moon readings are going up. And I only have a few left actually, okay? So look up your Sun Moon sign and go check out my readings that are in my playlist to see what your predictions are for 2019. Also, my 2018 Sun Moon readings are still up, so go check those out, see if they rang true for you. I'll always be working on my compatibility readings also in my playlist. I'm on the Instant Go app if you need a quick answer to a quick question at a reasonable price. I'm on Facebook and Insta where I'm uploading my weeklies, so you can message me, like, share, what have you on there. And finally, there will be a Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a current, a crush, or an ex, as I do every month. All right, so let's get to your reading. We have that little popper pop out. That's actually the Chariot card for some of you that are dealing with a Cancer. Usually what I do is I do the reading and then I see how that card kind of folds in rather than having it be like a all over kind of energy deal. Ready? So let's see what's going on here. Okay, let me put that up there off to the side. I'm a little OCD sometimes. So Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please show me energies that Taurus passed out of, love energies Taurus has passed out of prior to March? What are the energies they passed out of prior and upon entering into March? We have it's like so loopy. Oh, transformation. Okay, so you have transformation in the reversed. Can you please show me their love energies for March for Taurus 2019? Love energies Taurus for March 2019. What can they expect? And excuse the shuffling, these are really large cards and my style of shuffling makes it look a little sloppy. You have the Five of Water in the upright. You guys definitely moving away from somebody. Trying to move away from somebody. Okay, and we have the Moon card in reverse, and it's affecting you deeply. So I'm feeling like this Chariot card is kind of telling you to make different goals. But we'll see. And to go towards them. Go towards the light. Because this is kind of like a down in the dumpsy kind of thing going on. So we start off here with the Transformations card. And I'm getting from this, it actually, I'm feeling stuck all the way across here. Okay, so just we are stuck. You are stuck. You are either in despair in regards to a relationship that ended, or having an inability to move on to a new relationship or make love happen for you. But let me get back to the Transformations card. It is in the reverse. So rather than transforming, rather than moving on to something, rather than manifesting something else, prior to March or entering into March, you're kind of holding on to something, you know, and it's funny because she's sitting here and she's breathing life. She's trying to breathe into this pile of ashes. But it's in the reverse, so I feel like, or breathe life to get a spark going. But I feel a desperation that goes along with this. I mean, it has died, it is gone, it is over with, and it's almost like you keep on trying to pump life into it. Kind of like, and I don't mean to make this is definitely a gruesome comparison, but, you know, somebody that has already passed, you've been doing CPR on them and they passed, yet you continue to keep on giving them CPR in the hope that they're going to take that, you know, that breath. I'm kind of feeling that, but I'm feeling it in a love sense. You kind of feel like if you give it enough energy, if you keep on trying, or you felt that way, then it'll come back to life. But what you're really doing is you're going against the grain in terms of transforming. You don't want to let go of something, so it leaves you stuck, and you're having a hard time accepting that this has happened and that you can't breathe life to it. And in doing so, you're just sitting in like a very stagnant pool of water that, you know, isn't getting any air. And that's what I kind of feel like, that, you know, there wasn't any air. There's no air circulating. Everything's very stale because you just kind of choose to stay put. Okay. So I kind of feel like maybe after you realize you can't breathe life back into this relationship or what have you, this crush, or however it resonates for you, it's a general reading. We have the Five of Water here. So This is where the despair kind of comes in. I mean, this is sort of like the phase 2 to me, going into March, where it's just enveloping. Okay, the grief is enveloping you. The loss is enveloping you. You see nothing around you. You don't see the support system around you, the people behind you, the hope around you. You're just so focused on this grief and this loss. And in the traditional tarot, it's spilled milk, okay? Spilled wine actually is what it is. And it's almost, again, like trying to, well, maybe if I scoop the wine back into the cups and I put them back upright, then everything will be okay. It's kind of that mentality of, how can I still fix this? What can I do? Okay, maybe I can upright this and save what's left in the cups. And so hyper fixated on that, so focused on that, that again, there's fresh air going on around you, love going on around you, sparks going on around you, but you're just allowing this to envelop you and consume you, all right? As we move into, oh, and this is the card of Scorpio, by the way, as we move into the Moon card here in reverse, I'm getting from this that this runs deep, okay? This is, there's things that you need to work out within your mind, within your subconscious, within your inner being. For some of you, you know, counseling might be needed. The Moon card in reverse to me, I mean, counseling is needed to get a clarity, because this is the light bulb going off, okay? And it allows you to kind of let go of that fear and see how this negativity is affecting you. Okay, so I think you will come to this realization as you're moving out. You're going to understand these emotions that you've had, that you've been repressing. Okay, and that's what I was kind of getting at in parts of like going deep. You know, there's emotions that you're repressing, and you're going to confront these, and you're starting to figure out that holding on to these is doing nothing for you. And I do feel like as you go out from March into April, you really, really want to get out of this. You feel like it's been going on for too long. And you're just having that moment where you're like, I'm done with this. And you kind of are looking around you at everything and what a mess it's become this whole time that you were in incubation or you were hyper-focused on something. It's weird because I just got like the image like of a hoarder, you know, a hoarder standing in a room and saying, how did it ever get this bad? How did this ever happen? I almost feel like you're coming out of something and just having this realization, okay? I'm going to hold off on that Chariot card until after clarifiers. I mean, I'm getting a sense with that Chariot card. But I want to see what the clarifiers have to say first about refocusing in terms of your goals, going towards the light, like I said. Why is the transformation card reversed here for Taurus in regards to energies prior to March 2019 as they transitioned into March 2019? Why did you choose the transformations in reverse? Who was this person? What is this energy? And one of the reasons why you're holding on to this or a refusal to let go or accept, it gives you some kind of security. It gives you some kind of control. All right. Could have been a relationship with a Cancer. And we had the King of Cups here with the Chariot over here. And I think one of the problems that you might, or one of the reasons why you might have a hard time letting this go, you saw this person as an ideal mate. If you were a female, you saw them as a great father of your children, if you were to have children. All over, you just saw this person as great. They were great when it came to their emotions. They were very mature when it came to their emotions. I mean, I really think there was a lot of qualities about this person that you really thought, well, first of all, was very endearing to you and very much what you wanted and resounded with you on a level like no other. And you were also very proud to be seen with this person. When they were on your arm or you were on their arm, you felt very victorious. You felt wonderful. You felt on top of the world. You felt like there wasn't anything you couldn't do. Okay. And a lot of people would look at you and be like, wow, you know, look at them. You know what I mean? Like putting you on this type of pedestal. You were noticed by people because when the two of you were together, you just radiated. And I feel like that kind of feeds into this. It gave you a kind of security that you never had with anybody else. It made you feel like you were in control. It made you feel like you were on top of the world. And it's really, really hard for you to let go of that, or it was really, really hard for you to let go of that. So I can see why it's such a difficult process for you. Why is the Five of Water here for Taurus, for energies, for love energies for March 2019? Why is Five of Water here for Taurus? And this woman even looks a little bit in despair. See her hand to her forehead. I mean, I just get despair from her. I'm floating, floating, not really knowing what to do. She's got this little seahorse behind her, but she doesn't see the seahorse. Kind of half in her shell, half staying in her shell. So you are coming out of the struggle. You are coming out of this emotional hardship in March. Part of the problem is you have emotions associated with this. And just for your reference, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands in reverse, and the Devil card in reverse. The Devil card is Capricorn for those of you. But so you're coming out of this struggle. You're coming out of this emotional hardship. You're easing out of it. It's not an overnight thing. And you have this feeling that whoever this person was to you, you just don't feel like you got everything that you should have gotten from them. I know that's strange, but like you should have gotten more out of this. I feel like it ended prematurely. I feel like they were the ones that ended it, and you felt like there was more to be gotten out of this, or you felt like you deserved more than what you were given, or how things ended. And there's a certain amount of emotions that go along with that for you. One of which is, I almost feel like this person might have said, we can't continue on like this. They did it in a very gallant way. Don't get me wrong. I don't think anyone just like kicked you and pushed you out the door. They did it in a gallant way. They did it in a way where they were kind. They took care of your feelings. They made sure that they were going to handle this the best way that they could. But no matter how they did this, you still have strong emotions about it, because you thought this was going to get someplace. You thought it was going to go someplace. It didn't end up that way. So you have a little bit of anger issues because of this. You're frustrated because it didn't get any place. You kind of were really looking forward to it. It's just the whole feeling of it. You just don't want to let go of how you identified yourself, or how being in this coupledom with this person was like your total identity, and it's just really hard to kind of let go of that. But the Devil card shows you coming out of it, okay? And you'll find that you were bound to this. So while you might be thinking this was the ideal person, this was the one for me, a lot of things are feeding into this. With the Devil card here in reverse, I think you guys are going to come to this realization that, how am I going to put this? A lot of what this relationship was about is what you kind of wanted it to be about, rather than what it would become. I think that's part of why you're seeing this light at this end of the tunnel, because you're realizing that maybe that was, some negative thought patterns that kind of fed into this and bound you to this, or made you think that this was absolutely the person you should be with. And I feel like with the Devil card in reverse, after you've kind of gone through these emotions and the emotional hardship and everything you've had to sort out in terms of these strong feelings you had, you're starting to see, okay, well, maybe they weren't as great as I thought they were. Maybe, that one time that they held the door for me, that I thought was so wonderful, it was really just to get me in the store. Or, I feel like it's that. You're starting to see, like, the other side of things, instead of reading into, instead of building this person up to much greater than they actually are. Now you're starting to see that they were human, and that they had faults also, and they had negative things that contributed to this relationship, or would have played themselves out eventually. So moving into April, I see that that's where your light bulb moment occurs. You kind of fleshed it all out here in March, and as you move on, you say, okay, well, now I kind of get it. Now I see how me kind of thinking like that was negative, and now that's kind of going away, and now I'm understanding because of the way that I was thinking about this and repressing, say, dark things about this person or things that were less than complimentary about this person. They're coming to the surface now here. So you're having like this clarity, like the light has been shown. Now you kind of see this person for everything. I always say the good, the bad, the ugly, or you're seeing all the warts and all the bumps associated with them. Okay. Why is the moon card here reversed for Taurus? Love energies as they move into April. But you still don't have total clarity. You're starting to see things. Again, this whole thing is like an easing transition. I don't feel like, bam, it happens overnight, okay? So as I was saying before my video gave out, I don't think it's an easy transition that happens overnight. I'm seeing a lot of ups and downs. I'm also seeing, and I pulled out the King of Wands also. So we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, the Temperance card in the upright, and we have the King of Wands in reverse. So I'm seeing ups, I'm seeing downs, not having direction, not having clarity. The Temperance card, which is the card of Sagittarius, if that resonates, you're trying to find balance. You're trying to find a good place. I mean, you're really working hard on it. You know, you're going back and forth, trying to find, like I said, a good place in your life, trying to moderate your feelings. You're fleshing out your feelings that you're still feeling. I feel like there's still, as you move out into March and April, and I mean, this really isn't like a long period of time. And this is like a month and a half in totality. So you're not going to snap out of it right away, but you are working on it. I see that you guys are lacking confidence. This is not lacking confidence. You feel like you failed somehow. So between these two cards, I'm feeling the lack of confidence. What was wrong with me? Wasn't I good enough? Not understanding why you couldn't achieve this. Why does it happen? I mean, since you were on the other side of this, since you were the person that you were the dumpee, you know, it's just sort of having these questions, and I don't feel like it's anything that they did. I mean, I think they did the best they could, the only way that they knew how. But I mean, I still think this really, really bruised you, and it ends up translating into feeling lesser than, because this person, you had them on a pedestal, and for them not to accept you or not to want to continue on with you means that you weren't on the same pedestal, or that's how some of you could actually be interpreting it. So I would say, so this does end up being kind of the very last chapter, that you probably want to concentrate on your goals, other goals. I don't think love goals. I think this is this is also a card of confidence, and this card is kind of saying, I almost feel like it's a continuation of this. You almost get like the moon card and then like this card. So it's saying to focus on your goals that you have. Doing that is going to bring about confidence. Again, not love goals. Things that you've always wanted to do. Think of something you've always wanted to do. That thing on your bucket list, or that thing that you wanted to study, or something that you know that you're really good at, that if you had time to apply yourself, you'd be able to do it. And concentrate on that goal. Do you. Nobody else for right now. Go buy that new car if you have to. That's actually one of the meanings of this card. But it's about, go find something where you can have a conquest and you can kind of get your mojo back. You can get all of that back and realize that you aren't lesser, that you do have, that when you apply yourself, that you can really make things happen in areas of life. But you absolutely have to apply yourself and kind of push through this. And it's hard to say not let this affect you, but you know, don't make this whatever this happened have it define you. I guess that's a good way to put it. Don't let what happened define you, because what you were in this relationship isn't who you actually are. You guys are very stubborn, and if you put your mind to anything, you can achieve it. So find that thing that you've wanted to do that you always wondered about, and then just kind of like make that your goal in order to get your confidence back, because you will achieve it. It'll be a slow process. It'll be one foot in front of the other, but you will achieve it. Okay? So that's all I have for you all at this time. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. As you know, just send me an email and we can work that out. And then other than that, make sure you click on the Vimeo link below for what your love interest is thinking and feeling, whether it's a crush, a current, or an ex. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to see you all for your mid-months. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye, guys.